Talking about the Arizona Cardinals in this game coming up against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, and it comes with the territory, I suppose, when you're 0-4 to start the season, and they're having conversations about whether you're one of the worst 0-4 teams ever to start a season 0-4, because that's what the conversation they're having in Tennessee. It kind of stands to reason that your coach is probably going to be on a little bit of a hot seat for something like that. And Brian Callahan's seat is very, very warm. I know there are some people in the fan base, the Cardinal fan base, who are concerned that maybe they would do something with Callahan before this week's game, and that might give them a little bit of a spark going into this week's game. Hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. But Brian Callahan is number one on this list from CBSSports.com in terms of coaches who are on said hot seat.
Yeah, it is. All the talk out of Tennessee is just like they even got a column out a column out in one of the Tennessee SB Nation that covers the Titans. Here's your head coaching kick. You can get Mike McCarthy, Matt Nagy,
sure.
Cliff Kingsbury projects as an in-demand candidate. Brian Flores is like they're already.
Yeah,
the body's still warm. And they're already like, here's who he could replace him with. Like, they want him out. Like, they're obviously.
If we were doing Nashville Sports Talk Radio, we'd be doing exactly the same thing right now. He's gone. Really, it is just a question of when and how, and is it the end of the season? Is it whenever their bye is? I don't even know when their bye week is. But if we were doing the Burns and Gambo show live from Nashville, we're talking about exactly the same thing, right? Like, it's not a surprise.
He's 3-18. He's had 21. Between last year and this year. So he was. So last year he was 3-14. He was 3-14 last year. Set 17 games in his first year. Now you say, okay, you want to improve on that, and you start off 0-4. So that's not a really good spot. There's just a lot of problems, right? They're 28th in points per possession. They're 32nd in offensive points per game. They don't have a good team. They're playing a rookie quarterback who's just not ready to play. There's no creativity in the offense. All the fans are very upset with the roster, so they've really struggled. So he becomes the first quarterback that everybody's predicting is going to get fired.
Yeah, and I don't want to be cavalier about a person's job. Okay, I'm not. That's not my intention here. It's just
it doesn't matter. It's in Tennessee.
It's the modern reality of coaching in the NFL, though, right?
Yeah.
That's just how it goes, and that's where they're at now. What's interesting about this list that you provided earlier is that there is also another name on the list. It's a little further down. It's certainly not number one, and it's certainly not in the top 5.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel's number 2 with Miami.
Jonathan Gannon was number 8 on the list.
He was number 8. Yeah,
he was number 8 on the list.
He got now. They went to 9. Like they got to 9.
Did you see who number 9 was?
John Harbaugh.
Yeah. Okay. Stop it. His seat's
John
not
Harbaugh.
hot. Okay. Just stop that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they say there's a 0.1% chance he'll be fired by the Ravens.
Then don't put him on the list.
I know.
Then what are you doing putting him on the list?
Because the season has been really bad. They're 1-3.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere. And you know what? Neither is Jonathan Gannon. He ain't going anywhere this year. It would.
No.
Go ahead.
It says Arizona beat 2 bad teams and had close losses to 2 good teams. The jury is still out on the Cardinals and Gannon. Fair? It's fair? They're not saying he's one of the top 3 candidates to get fired or top 5 or top 6. He's right below Harbaugh, which means he's not getting fired, and he shouldn't be fired. He's only been there for 2 years. He's 14-24 in his career, 14-24. They should win this week to make it 15-24. But I don't think, we had a lot of debate on this in the beginning of the season. What warrants a good season? What are the expectations? I get it, right? I understand all of that. I think there's a way to not make the playoffs and still feel good about Jonathan Gannon as the head coach. Now, we always judge things. You're going to judge an offense right now that doesn't have their number 1 running back all season long, and right now doesn't have their number 2 running back, and is dealing with all these injuries. But it is what it is. Other teams go through that too. I get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say more. The
tone
of your voice made it sound like you were going to say more there.
Yeah, I know. You usually read me pretty good. No, I don't think that he's on the hot seat. I don't think. Now, if things went to hell in a handbasket and they ended up with 4 wins and 13 losses, we could have that conversation. It'd be really bad. But I don't think that's going to be the case.
I think the difference is, and look, we're not in Tennessee, we're not in Miami, we're not covering these teams who have legit coaches who are on legit hot seats, as closely, obviously, as we're covering the Arizona Cardinals. But I think, just like the Torey Lovello conversation, okay, at the end of the day, wins and losses are the standard by which things are judged, okay? And Mike Hazen's been very clear about that, but he's also been clear about his responsibility in the wins and losses. But there is something to be said, too, for the culture of the organization and the room and the dynamics and how it works and things like that. Eventually, Jonathan Gannon will be judged on wins and losses. And eventually, if this thing doesn't get turned around, then yeah, we will be having this conversation about him. I just think given where the state of the culture of the organization was when he took this job and how much building of the culture needed to be done in the last 2.5 years, we're too far away right now from wins and losses being the only thing we're judging Jonathan Gannon on. It's a thing, and it's part of the evaluation, of course. And it's been, it's too early to tell this season whether it's going to go the way anybody wants it to go. But you can't not talk about the culture either. You can't not talk about how the room works either. And I think one of these days we'll get to the point where it's more about wins and losses. We're just not there yet when there's still work to be done in terms of the room and how it works and what the expectations are. I think Jonathan Gannon is a really good head coach in the NFL in terms of how he works a locker room and how he works with players. They just need more wins to justify that. And that's why I don't think he's on any kind of a hot seat right now.
No, and I can't see Michael Bidwell not giving, these guys more opportunities to see what they can do with the roster. It's hard to just – and I know you say it all the time, and it's true. I mean, you could turn things around very, very quickly in the NFL. That doesn't mean you're doing it the right way. The right way to do it is to build a foundation through the draft where you could have sustained success for a period of time.
Yeah.
And that's different than let's just go out and sign a bunch of free agents.
But that's also where drafting right comes into play too. And that's where – Marvin Harrison Jr., it's got to get better. And
Darius Robinson,
it's got to get better. And Isaiah Adams, it's got to get better. And you know what I mean? Like the Max Melton, it's got to get better. That's where, honestly, I'm more concerned about that than I am whether Jonathan Gannon should be on a hot seat or not. I mean, so much of this equation is dependent on the players you drafted being really, really good and being a part of it. And that's what I'm worried about more than anything. That hasn't happened yet. Go ahead. Say I got a cut here to play, but I want to hear what you have to say about it.
Play the cut. Go ahead.
It's more funny than anything else. But
okay.
it kind of speaks to the uncertainty of the Cardinals. Kyler Murray did his press conference today.
Okay.
And he was asked about his reaction to the new facility that was announced yesterday, the brand new practice facility that's going up in North Phoenix. Listen to what he had to say.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful, yeah. Hope, well, I don't know what's coming out, but hope I'm here to see it.
Right? And it's like,
sure, because it's, I mean,
of
yes.
course. I mean, it's funny because it's funny, but it's funny because it's true.
Right.
And there is a little bit of a, hey, I kind of hope I'm around to see it. You know what? Hey, Kyler, join the club. I kind of hope I'm around to see it too. I don't know. It's one of those things where
it's 29?
2028.
So that would mean he plays all of 26, all of 27.
And it would be ready.
If he's still here, he's on another contract.
Yeah.
If he's still here, he has been re-upped to another contract.
And he knows it. That to me is what's funny about it, but also revealing about that quote is that while we all got a chuckle out of it, he knows what's at stake. He knows what's on the line for this season and all of that. So
that was funny. That was definitely funny.
That was really funny. Yeah, I thought you might enjoy that.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.